right, well, thanks for tuning in with me today. Today is project day. My wife hoodooed me into buying something when I thought I was going to get a fun car for the kiddo, fix and get her license. She decided she wanted another minivan. And people seem to like watching me mess with the last one, so we decided to keep it within tradition. And we'll do something a little bit different with this. I've got the new GoPro set up, so I'm going to show a little bit more of what I actually do to get this thing inhabitable for my wife, because the inside of this thing is absolutely gross. It's disgusting. So you guys are probably done hearing me talk about it. I'm gonna flip around and show it to you, and we'll talk about some of the things we're gonna have to do to this here in just a sec. So here it is, a 2013 Chrysler Town and Country. This is going to be a touring package, so this is a little more of the lower end on the Town and Country. You still get fog lights. See, the first thing we're going to have to address, I've actually got a kit for that at home. I'm actually probably going to do that today and show you how I do that headlight. So 2013 Town and Country, this is a touring package, like I said, not perfect, and it's got a boat ton of miles. 275,579 to be exact. It's a lot. Overall, the body's not in bad shape. You got just a little bit of rust starting to bubble right there, but hell, this thing will blow up before that ever rusts out. The biggest thing is going to be the back. I'm going to do a little bit of sticker removal. We may try to replace this rear bumper. They might just get in a plastic weld kit and fixing that, and then just replacing this to try to make it look a little bit better. Got a little bumper scuff back here on the back. It's got good tires on the back, but the tires on the front are probably going to need to be replaced soon. We'll definitely have to address that. This thing has the exact same problems my 23 Grand Caravan had. So we're going to have to do an oil pressure switch in it. It's got a catalyst code, so it's probably going to need O2 sensors. I'm going to try to run some Seafoam or some Cataclean in it and see if that does not go away. It went away on my other one, so I assume it'll go away on this one as well. Let me shut this off and I'll show you how gross the inside is. All right, so first things first, I mean, it's not perfect. I can actually replace that seat bottom, but this is zip tied up. This is pretty common. Even when I had my new 2018, I probably replaced this piece probably once a year. I just kept it in my Amazon cart, and when my wife broke it, I reordered it. You got automatic headlights and fog lights. Like I said, 275,000 miles. It's a lot of miles, but I might show you here in a second what made me go ahead and decide to do this. But I got the check engine lights on. It's got catalyst code, left and right bank, and it's got the oil pressure switch code. So we'll have to put an oil pressure switch in it. But it's got the satellite radio. It does not have nav. I've not seen if it's got rear DVD. All the automatic climate works. It's got a rear DVD player back here. Not that my kids will use it. You've got all the power lift gates and all that good stuff. Everything works. So here's going to be the fun part. See that monstrous amount of dog hair and how nasty the inside of this is? One thing we're going to have to do, the stow and go seats don't fold. You can see where the cable's bust. It's a pretty common problem. I'm going to watch a couple more videos on YouTube because I think I'm going to replace that whole seat bottom. So I don't know if it's going to be easier for me to go to the junkyard and just pull two of these seats that are nice, because these seats aren't bad. But as you can see, I mean, it is grungy. Hope that's not puke. I'm no expert detailer by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll clean her up nice and proper like. The dog hair is going to be fun. I'm probably have to get some lint rollers for that. We'll hop in the back. Power lift gate. Like I said, it's a little dirty. There's a 5W20 down here. When I pop the engine, when I popped the hood, I seen where the valve covers leaked at one time. So if it needs a valve cover in the front, it's not a huge job. Let me shut this off and pop the hood. All right. And we are in the big little town of Chandler. Coming up on where we had the wild police chase. Right here, right through here. They had a knife-wielding, sword-wielding individual. So, if you're from around here, this town is known as the county speed trap. So, if you live around here, you know that you do not speed through the town of Chandler at all. The thing drives pretty good. Air blows cold. Everything works on it. Like I said, there's going to be a few issues to address. I'm going to need 2 front tires. It's going to need front brakes. It's got a brake shake. Something fierce. But like I said, we got this thing super cheap for what it is. And any of these that I bought, I know they're going to need a little bit of stuff. And I don't mind the project. It's kind of fun. So this one, I'm going to try to bring you guys along with me a little bit more. Now that I've got a setup that will let me do a little bit more and get a little closer and a few other things, it makes it a little bit easier to do a how-to video. So probably the first order of business is going to be to get this thing cleaned up where it's drivable. I'll probably go ahead and do that headlight today, and then we'll back this in. Usually I like to back them in, and I like to start from the back and work my way forward. So I'll clean out the cargo area in the back. I'll get all that clean. And then I will just work my way to the front. I got the cruise locked in at 60. We're just putting along. All right, well, I got a little bit further to go up the road. I want to crank this air real high and cool off. I will catch you guys when I get back to the house. So, as you've seen in the introduction, this thing is an absolute pigsty. So what I like to do, what I did with my other Grand Caravan, I wish I would have filmed it. I'm actually going to film a little bit of this. But I like to start from the back, work my way to the front. So flip around. I like the scrub and bubbles for plastic and stuff like that. We're going to have a lot of dog hair. I got a set of nitrile gloves, several brushes, some trim pullers. I got just a cheap. I don't have anything good here. This ain't my shop at work. So we're going to try to clean this up to the best of our ability. We're going to start with the back. I'll just give you a little bit of an idea what that's going to look like. You can see how muddy and nasty this is. So I'm going to clean the backs of the seats. I'm going to clean all this down here first, so I can fold these seats down. Then I can clean everything from this set of seats with the seats folded all the way to the back of the middle seats. Now these middle seats are broken and they will not fold. I found out where there's an emergency release. I'm going to try to pop the emergency release to get them up. If not, we're going to have to clean them and clean around them. No big deal. So I'll do from the middles to the very back seats, to the backs of the back seats, and then I'll get in the front and we'll do all that good stuff. So I'm going to start with the first section. You can kind of see what you see. I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff. I'm just going to take it through the car wash. I just want basically the funk out of here. So I'm going to try to accomplish that real quick. Give me just a second. I've got just a real crappy shop vac we're going to use. So let me get this thing vacuumed out. All right, so just a little first pass. I'm going to vacuum a little more of that out. But I'm gonna have to get a lint roller to get this dog hair out. I don't have the right attachment here to do it, so we're gonna try to do the best job that we can. I'm gonna get it just presentable. So the next thing we'll deal with, I like to do all of this. See all this nasty plastic, all this dirt here. So I'm gonna get all this grunge and funk out of this back end. That'll be the next thing. So the next move I'll do, I'll go ahead and fold these seats down. That way I've got somewhere to sit, and I'll clean about up to the front of these cup holders. Ugh, what in the is that? All right, give me just a little bit, we'll get this knocked out. All right, well, let me show you where we're at so far. I have defunkified the back. I still have to put this panel back on. I took it off to kind of clean back here. It's not perfect. I'm not a detailer, so let's just start with that. This is just a basic cleanup. So you've seen how it looked. You know, my dog's gonna put dog hair in this. My kids are gonna drop shit in it. You know, I want it to smell good, be presentable and drivable. It's really all I care about at this point. So let's hop in and I'll show you what I've done so far. So I had to do a lint roller. So we got all this stuff cleaned out. So that's how the front looks. We haven't made it up there yet. It's gonna be pretty nasty. I need to probably come back here with a shampooer and my scrub brushes and really scrub some of these spots. I really just don't have the stuff here to do it. I will probably end up driving this back to my work one day where I've got shampooers and stuff and probably do a little bit better job here, but there was all kinds of crap caked in here. All this was all nasty. I mean, you can see how this looks versus what I've cleaned. Like I said, the scrub and bubbles do a really good job. I like using them. You know, it's basic household shit. And I'll come back and clean these. I'll come back and clean these windows last. Always I do my windows last. So let me show you something. Now I'm probably not gonna be able to get this out, but somebody's kids at one point had drew up there. So when I trade minivans in, I kind of look at them like trucks. You know, people with families, you know, your kids are going to put, you know, they're going to spill stuff. They're not going to be clean. I've never got one of these in that's clean. And every time I get a dirty one, I always joke around, you know, like it's a truck somebody's used. I always say, yep, they use that one like a minivan. So the previous owners use this thing like a minivan. I'm going to try to do something with that, but you know, it's a 275,000 mile van. How far do I really want to go? You know, I want it to be presentable. You know, I want to run and drive good. We'll have a whole nother video where I start doing the mechanical stuff. I got to work on getting some stuff ordered. Most of the stuff that this needs is the same stuff that my 2013 needed. So all I got to do is get my Amazon cart, just make some clicks and get the stuff heading here. All right, so the next challenge I'm going to run into, I'll just show you. So, like I said in the first video, neither one of these stow and go seats will fold. Personally, I like to fold the seats up and take everything out, clean underneath the seats, then put them down. I really like to put them in the floor because it makes it a whole lot easier. I'm going to take these mats out. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this seat up. I'm going to clean it real good. I'm going to make sure there's no gunk, funk, nothing like that. Make sure it can be sat in. I've got all the plastic clean back here. And then I'm probably going to call this part of it good. And I'll work on getting the second row seat up, second row captains up, and then we'll work on what I like to consider the middle section. All right, well, at this point I am thoroughly sweaty. I'm completely wet, but we got most of the back of this thing done. So I got the back row seat up. Let me show you. Actually cleaned up pretty nice. There was some green looks like at one time maybe a Skittle, because I'd vacuumed some Skittles out of here. So there's a few little spots back here that I think I've had a little, I don't know if they're paint or what, but I think I can come back and get them out, but not too bad. Next thing is going to be that. So I'm gonna get the mats pulled out. I'm probably gonna go ahead and pull that center console out for now, and I may go ahead and flip the van around because it'd be a little bit easier. My driveway is a little sloped, so it may be just a little bit easier for me to pull this thing out, and then we're just gonna start vacuuming this stinking booger. See, so next project's gonna be getting the entry and that. Give me a minute, we're gonna get on it. Alright, so here's where we're at. I mean, there's spots in this thing that probably aren't going to come out. And I'm really considering just replacing these two stow and go seats, because all the stuff in them's busted. I mean, you can sit in them, they'll fold like that. But, ooh, I forgot to clean the mud off the back of that. So, I mean, it's not perfect. I don't have the best equipment here at the house again. I don't have air and all that crap, so I'm using a crappy vacuum, but I mean, she's turned out pretty good so far. I need to get up here and wipe down. Our next job is going to be this nasty thing. I've taken all the stuff out of it, so I'm going to get the front seat scooted back. We'll just get up here and look. That's another piece we're going to have to fix, but look at all this garbage. So this whole van probably looked worse than this. I got the floor mats. I took all the floor mats out, and I'm debating on, do I keep them? I mean, they're pretty nasty. I think I'm gonna take them to the car wash and spray them. Take you around and show you the other one. I mean, they're pretty disgusting. Then I'm going to take them and hang them up and scrub them. Spray them off real good and see what happens. But I'll show you here on the other side. I mean, I need to get down. Inside the stow and go was nasty, guys. It was utterly disgusting. The carpet underneath where the mats were, you can just tell they just never cleaned this damn thing. I mean, I just got trash on top of trash on top of trash. So let me get this trash out, run the vacuum, and start cleaning up, start wiping some of this plastic off, and we'll get into this nasty-ass interior. Alright, much later, and we're much closer to being finished. I'm at the wipe down there. Every time I think I'm done, I find something else that's dirty. This thing was so bad. So as you can see, the seats, you know how they looked, all the dog hair. I mean, it's not perfect. I don't have good tools here, and I'm not a professional detailer. I just want to make this thing inhabitable, which is what I did. I still have yet to ozone it. I don't have the ozone machine here. I think I'm actually going to take it up Saturday and run on the ozone all day. I still have to clean the windows. It didn't come out too bad. I've got all the rubber stuff inside. I like to wash that stuff inside. And this stuff was exceptionally funky. But like the dash, everything cleaned up pretty good on this thing. There's going to be a few things we'll have to address. I'm going to have to find some trim pieces. I think I'm going to just replace these stow and go seats. So find them. I got to watch a few more videos, decide if I want to get into tearing into these seats, to doing the cable kit, making them work. Do a little more research before I decide what I want to do. If it's just easier, if I'm at the junkyard, to just pull two seats, you know, and basically be done with it. I mean, the leather on is in good shape. That one's kind of warped in the bottom, so I'm sure the springs that run across the bottom are shot. The cables hanging, I'm going to need probably some, you know, just like odd and end Mickey Mouse trim stuff. I turned the check engine light off. I'm going to try to find this piece. I need to scrub the wheels a little bit better. I'll show you this side. I still got dog hair. I need to take a spot shampooer and scrub a few more spots in this carpet. I think I can do a little bit better job with that. But compared to what it was, man, she's not bad. I'm at to get this piece of trim. It's busted. I'll have to get that eventually, but you seen how nasty this thing was before. I cleaned her up. I went ahead while I was out. Let me get some of these doors shut. While I was out, I went ahead and done a lame-ass attempt to clean in the engine. I mean, overall doesn't, I mean, 275,000 miles. I had to put a quart of oil in it. I had topped the coolant off. It says oil change ain't due for another, if I'm reading it right, another 1,000 miles. So I'll probably go ahead and have the oil changed in it. I sprayed it off to see if I can find a leak somewhere. I smell a little bit of oil, but it does have a code for that oil pressure switch. But on my last one, down here all over the transmission, when I had that code, it had leaked for a good long time. So I don't know if this one has gotten to the point to where it's leaked or not, but all this looks clean. The transmission looks good. I'm gonna shut that. I think I'm gonna be able to save the factory mats. Took them to a car wash. I sprayed them real good. I ended up, you seen the headlight. I ended up getting a cleaning kit. I don't know how it's going to look or how long it's going to look that good. I may look at doing a headlight replacement. To do a headlight replacement, you have to take this entire front bumper comes off. But it almost looks funky having this almost new one and this kind of half-ass faded one. It was really bad. I don't know how it's going to show up in the video from early, in the earlier part, but this thing was real bad. All right, well, I'm going to cut this thing off here. I got windows to clean. I'm not going to film me cleaning windows. I think y'all know what clean windows look like. So we're going to end it right here. All right, well, thanks for staying and watching me clean the inside of this filthy animal. It's still not as clean as it could be, but it's much better than it was. Again, if you like watching me suffer in the hot summer heat, consider subscribing to my channel. Tell me what you think about my purchase. 275,000 miles. We're going to run her till she blows up, no matter what happens. So you're going to be here for it. I'm going to do some how-tos because we're definitely going to have some work to do on this bad boy. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have another one together soon. We'll see you then.